Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Rainbow Rising Freedom. I have a collective message for us at this time, and it is the fire of transformation. Okay, so you might actually encounter a real fire or smoke, and you being moved from a spiritually infested place, whatever that means. We have 10 of swords. You're ending something, or spirit is ending something for you. You're getting some joyful justice here with the sun and the justice card. You're getting something better. Spirit is shifting you out of the situation that no longer benefits you, and you deserve better. Okay, and you might actually feel it internally. You deserve better. You might also be feeling it in your body that wherever you are, you oftentimes feel like pain in your nerves. Your body is telling you that it's unhappy. It's alerting you that the people around you, you might not know facts from their lives, but you feel that these are not good people, not conducive to your energy, and there is something better coming for you. When you have more time to yourself, you will be in 9 of Pentacles. You are a goddess. You bring abundance wherever you go. You are walking opulence, and you deserve a much healthier, emotionally healthier environment. It might be very beautiful where you are, but the visuals is not everything. You also need healthy people around you, and you are granted that. And you might be seeing 555. You will have actually, you might have many options, or something might suddenly pop. Something that maybe was always there, always available if you just reached out, but you never thought of it. And now suddenly you are being guided through you, by you. You are guided by the higher aspect of you, by your oversoul, to that solution. We have a death card at the bottom of the deck. It's just because it's the transformative energy. You really shifting paradigms. The shift is coming from within. Maybe you've been practicing Kundalini meditation, Kundalini yoga. I do Saja yoga, and it does get that energy pushed along our spine, and sometimes it's challenging, but in my case it is connected with facing my shadow, releasing karma, and moving on to the next cycle. So in that next cycle, I feel you're fully supported. Spirit's got you. You might be getting a confirmation in form of a number 444. Like you can't fall. There's always a safe landing space for you. So that spiritual gateway here is opening for you, because you have done so much internal work. Like it's almost like you can't really stop it. You can't stay where you are even if you chose to, because the energy is shifting in you, through you, and the alchemy is happening within you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a big shift here. We have Two of Swords as a gateway, and we have El Papa. I forgot that this tarot deck is Spanish. I got it in Ibiza. It's actually my first tarot deck. I no longer have the box, so I'm just blanking the word here. So basically you're getting that spiritual shift, that spiritual gateway, the gate of light. I literally saw so much light. I was standing looking at the gate that was closed, and the car was approaching from the other side. It was dark, and the lights from the car created such a magnificent visual of the light coming, embracing the gate, kind of, and it just looked so beautiful. And I think that's where you're at. You're just like looking at awe at this precipice of this new beginning, and it can only be more amazing than anything you've experienced before. There's no other way. Okay, only good choices. Let yourself be guided by your feminine intuition, whether you're male or female, or however you identify. Let yourself be guided by your feminine aspect. Put the left foot forward, the feminine one. Don't think, but feel it in your body. I was guided to just go within before making a decision. Completely shut off any suggestions and thoughts and advice from the outside. It's tempting, right, to ask a friend what they think about it, what would they do, how do they see it, but the decision you're about to make is just, it has to be fully yours. So go within and trust. It's about you reaching another level of trust within yourself and allowing yourself to decide 100% and then following through, taking action without consulting it with any expert, because you are your expert now. And I heard an interesting reading today, and I realized that I have been blocking myself a lot and not believing in myself or doubting myself, not putting 100% effort, not committing, because of certain situations that were actually indicating that there is power and there is change possible. You know, when you encounter someone who's just trying to belittle you or stop you from doing what you're doing, it means that you are bringing change. You have the capacity to bring in so much light, and you're so amazing that they're threatened by you. So it happens. Don't let it stop you. Take it as a very twisted compliment and keep going even more. So yeah, we have we have a 10 of Cups. After my beautiful speech, we have 10 of Cups, and we have the Tower and the Emperor. This is a shift in stability and even more freedom for you to be able to walk your path. You might be returning from some strange detour that you chose because you wanted to sacrifice, because it's maybe natural for you to sacrifice, and maybe you're shifting out of that pattern to give your all, to sacrifice, to neglect yourself, to betray yourself. Actually, maybe that was reflected in your external, that maybe people would betray you, situations would be shady because you would betray you. That must be hard to hear, but now I feel you're ready to go all in, to fully be you. You're ready to fully be you, and that's what will bring you 10 of Pentacles. That's what will bring you. You are in this communication with the universe. It's just you and the matrix, okay? I was running the other day, and there was plenty of people on the beach, and I just heard like, hey, you know, it's just you and the matrix, right? There's no one here. And my intuition was telling me like, you can play with this reality, and it will move as you move. Another thing is like, you can manifest anything you like as long as you get out of the waiting energy, okay? When you wait, the matrix waits, the reality waits for you to make a move. So you have to take the first step, okay? You have to initiate here, and that's when things will start happening. So you go first, basically. And you might have this like internal turmoil. It's like all these pieces are scattered because there is I don't really like saying that, but unfortunately not all people who are spiritual or healers are healthy themselves. They tend to be envious. There's a lot of spiritual envy about your presence. I was feeling that, and you might be asking yourself, where is this weird behavior coming from? What did I do wrong? You might be bending yourself backwards trying to please somebody, but the better you are, the more they resent you, and you just have to accept it. It's their insecurity, it's the lack mentality. They might think that they are in competition with you, and I don't think you're in competition with anybody except your version of you from yesterday, except yourself. So people are competing with you and you don't even know it. It's like, who will heal better? I mean, it's just disappointing sometimes that healers need to be right, but I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people being jealous of each other in relationships when someone's more successful. So there's this young musician, I think she's called Sophia or something like that, and her song was like, everybody loves women until a woman does better than you. Everybody tells you to love yourself until you actually do. I'm just quoting her, Sophia, I think she's called, and it's just perfect what you might be experiencing, because you might find people who define themselves as helpers to actually resent you for doing well. Like, they would gladly help you if you were down and out, but when you're doing well or better than them, then they start acting funny. They will provoke you to get your energy. So you manifest very quickly. Okay, you're pure, you don't resent anybody. I think that's the key here, like, you don't hate anybody, and that's very rare, unfortunately. So you are putting back on some kind of a crown that belongs to you. You might have someone trying to sneak back into your life. I think it's only for the closure. I find there will be a lot of closures. You might realize that you have not been like closing the stories, saying goodbye fully, or fully understanding why something happened, and you might want to revisit those chapters to fully let them go. If you have to write it down, do it. Sometimes writing it down, burning it, putting it in the water helps. And calling things by their name, putting an experience into words helps. And you might feel the need to work through these experiences with somebody who could help you talk about it. Especially when people were leaving you, betraying you, breadcrumbing you, because you're ending all that, okay? You're completely transmuting all your narcissistic wounds or the lack of self-love, everything, and you're like, it was like up the hill all the time, and you're right there, and you're about to really live with ease now, because that reality will be just a reflection of the results of your internal work of self-love, balance, forgiveness, self-forgiveness, firing your internal critic, okay? How you talk to yourself is very important. And all these things you will just be given one by one. I was getting a red rain, some kind of you might have been blindfolded blind to something, and you might have been confused. That period will pass and you will regain clarity with patience and with prayer, with meditation. You might not be certain of your next move. And I feel like prayer, meditation, and then putting yourself in the frequency of joy, of play, will help you move forward, because it is time to take action. It really is. You're leaving something behind that is good, but there's something so much better, like 4 times better, needing space in your life. So you need to make that space. You're spiritually very opulent, and you might be seeing a peacock spirit as a symbol of that luxury that you are. I would definitely say that you're just letting everybody think what they want to think about you. Like, you're not really trying to convince anybody of your value. You just are you, and you let them think whatever they want to think. Nobody sees us fully anyway, rarely anybody ever, unless they are very evolved. Most people just see themselves, and there's no way you can explain. If someone's sneaky, they will assume that you are sneaky, and they will just look for it in you, and it would be very exhausting trying to defend yourself. So you are just starting again unapologetically here. I think it might be very freeing, and surprisingly freeing, to be maybe at the age that you are. Nobody really prepared you for it. Nobody told you that it will feel so amazing to be you at this time. And we're crowning this reading with the 4 of Wands, and you are arriving internally, and external will reflect that. You are arriving at 4 of Wands, at 10 of Cups. You are arriving at the gates of Eden, at the gates of your internal paradise, because you cleaned your soul, your spirit, your karma. You did unimaginable work for yourself and your family line, and now you are ready to sit in the throne of your soul, to fully activate your gifts, and to take space, to stop apologizing and stop feeling guilty when someone's insecure around you. I feel it could have been happening like since you were born, people were just threatened, and you would want to make them feel comfortable, make them feel better about themselves by dimming your light. And I think you're no longer stabbing yourself in the heart like this. You're no longer doing that. Time to be you. That's 4 of Wands. You'll be very confident, comfortable, and at peace with who you are. And that will activate many other people who are waiting for you to begin to show up for yourself, and they will naturally gravitate towards you. Your higher self will find your higher self, and you will sit by the fire of that truth that will be your common truth. So that's your mission here, to dare to be you, and then the rest will unfold. So thank you so much for listening to this reading, and I see you again.